new nails debut. Have a close up. Look how cool they are. Spooky ooky. I absolutely love them. Nicola, you've done a great job again. These are my little Halloweeny nails. And they're like matte with like a gloss, kind of like tree, like dead tree effect. I love them. I love them so much. So I'm going to be, you know, doing this a lot today, just so you know. I have some tea to spill. Oh, I actually have a coffee. It's not quite tea, but I do have an iced coffee that I've just forgotten about. So one sec. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I've got some tea to spill. I want to talk about my advert that I did. I was in an advert for Voxi Mobile with Miah Carter. Yeah, little old me. It is absolutely crazy. I want to talk about the whole day today. I want to tell you guys what happened. I want to talk about the aftermath. I want to talk about a very unexpected twist in the tale, so definitely stay tuned for that. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. Now that I'm a star, a movie star in the making, doing ads with the rich and famous here on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, you don't want to miss the absolute powerhouse that is Caitlin Costello. Obviously, I'm joking. Obviously, you know, it's a fun experience for me that has really given me a lot of hope and a lot of motivation for my social media and all these, you know, you guys know me, but if you don't know me, I'm quite a sarcastic-y kind of person. So I'm not that big-headed, I promise. But I want to tell you about everything that happened. I want to tell you about the casting process. I want to tell you just all the tea. And I'm going to do a makeup look today. I have just realised my sponge is not wet at all. So that means I'm going to procrastinate that and do my eyes first. And also a cool new update, my channel memberships is now available for Android girlies and guys. Like finally, us Android people have been left in the dust. So if you are on iOS or Android, you can now join my channel memberships, which is amazing. Thank you so much to my channel members. You are absolutely incredible. I love you all. And I love my regular viewers as well. We love you, we love you, we love you. So let's prime my eyes. Urban Decay Primer Potion every day of the week. I am still a little bit ill. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm so much better than I was. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, I was dead to the world for a while there. But no, I'm good. I'm good. We're getting there. The Voxi Mobile shoot. Oh boy, let me talk about it. So I was like kind of in the acting industry for a while. I went to drama school and I was in a few shows, and I have a Spotlight account, which is basically a massive database of actors, and when you're a casting director you can go on Spotlight and you can kind of see who's about. I thought that's how they found me. They did not. They found me from my YouTube, which is incredible because at the time of filming this, I have less than 7,000 subscribers. It was all just a bit odd, to be honest. So I got an email to my business email address for my YouTube channel, and they said, hey, we would love to send you to London and we would love to do an advert with you. And I was like, yeah, all right, babe. Yeah, okay. I was fully 100% expecting this to be a scam or a human trafficking attempt or like something like that. I was like, all right, babe, yeah, sure you do. Little old me with less than 7k. Of course you want to, you know, send me down to London, all expenses paid, and do an advert with me with like some mystery big celebrity and some mystery brand, because that's something that I noticed with the first email that this company sent. So basically I got approached by the media company who Voxi Mobile had hired on their behalf to basically set up the whole shoot. So I wasn't approached by Voxi Mobile, and they were so cryptid in that email. They couldn't tell me who their client was, so they just kept saying the client, who now I know and we all know is Voxi Mobile. So they were saying like, we'd love for you to do an advert for our client. And I was like, what? And then they were going, yeah, and it's also going to be with like a big influencer. And that's all they told me. They didn't say who it was. They didn't say who the client was. They didn't say anything. And I was like, yeah, all right, babe. Okay. I think I want to do something really fun today. I want to use my Wet n Wild X Spongebob palette. Is this a serious palette? No. Am I going to have some fun with it? Yeah, why not? I have done a little review of this palette, which I think was really, really fun. But hey, this palette is just for laughs. I'm not expecting greatness from this. It's a cute little palette, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, it's no, I was going to say Natasha Denona, but I don't really like Natasha Denona. It's no Beauty Bay, let's say. Yeah. I'm looking at my eyeshadow drawer like I don't know any makeup brands. It's a morning. It's first thing in the morning, okay? So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Kind of want to do like a tealy chartreusey green look with like 1, 2, 3, maybe. Oh, it's a big decision. Or maybe I should do blue to chartreuse. That could also be very cute. You know what? I'm just not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go in with this. It's kind of a satin, but like also not really. The shimmers in this palette aren't exactly shimmers, I don't think. So I'm there thinking like, yeah, all right, this is either a scam, they're trying to get money from me, or it's like a kidnapping attempt going horribly wrong because I'm not falling for this whatsoever. And I replied, mainly out of curiosity, mainly because I was like, what is going on? So I replied, and then they started talking to me about pay. And this is where I was like, because most of the time when like brands message me for a sponsorship or anything like that, they always say, yeah, you do all the work and we won't pay you anything, or we might give you a little bit of a commission. And that is not how it works. If you're a small content creator watching this and a brand messages you and says, we'd love to work with you, but we're not going to pay you anything, no, you're worth more than that. Don't do it. But they started talking to me about actually paying me, and I was like, wait, what's going on? So I start doing a lot of Googling, as you do. I start doing a lot of research, and everything matches up. The email address that they have contacted me on is a genuine email address. It is the domain name of this media company, of this like production company. And I'm starting to feel a little bit like, is it? No, can't be real. But is it? But no, it's not. So I go back and forth with the casting agent for a little bit, and they pass me on to the production manager, and I'm kind of talking with him for a little bit, and it keeps getting more and more real. And then he gives me a phone call. And of course I Google this phone number afterwards, and it is like matched to this media company. This media company has a presence online. They have like a big following on Instagram and Facebook, and they have a really professional website, and they've worked with all these celebrities, and like everything is adding up. Like either this is the best scam in history, or like it's actually real, but I wouldn't allow myself to believe that it was real because I was just like, me, little old me, like who am I? I told them that I live very far away from London, and they were like, yeah, we'll like pay for your transport, we'll pay for an overnight stay for you, like we'll reimburse you for any food that you might eat on the day, like and I was like, you're chucking money at me, and I'm like, I'm a tiny, not even a micro influencer, I'm like such a teeny tiny influencer, and I'm so confused. So still, they would not tell me anything really about the shoot. They wouldn't tell me who their client was. They wouldn't tell me who the big influencer was. I didn't even know really what I was doing. I didn't know anything really after that first phone call. I think that kind of confused me because normally brands would email me with a pretty solid plan and I'd kind of know what was going on, but I still had no idea what was actually happening and what they actually wanted me to do. I didn't know. And all this was happening around my birthday as well. So I was just a bit hectic, a bit confused. I just didn't know. So then I get on a FaceTime call. This is the first time I've actually seen anyone, like personally seen anyone, because I've always been on the phone or emailing them. So I have a FaceTime call with the director and the production manager, the guy who I was kind of speaking to throughout the whole process. Okay, I'm quickly going to change colours to this like tealy colour. I don't know. I'm just going through it. So I get on this FaceTime call and finally I kind of get to know what's happening. I get told that it is a shoot with Voxi Mobile, which is a pretty big mobile company here in the UK. I think it's an emerging one. Well, I've said to a few people, oh, it's with Voxi Mobile, and a few people have been like, who? But I've definitely seen them a lot on social media. They're definitely catered more towards like the younger generation for, you know, social media and data and all that kind of stuff, and I've definitely seen them around. So I was told that it was with Voxi Mobile, and I was like, oh my god, like this is insane. I felt like I was living this outer body experience. I felt like I was just not me. I just felt so weird in that moment, and I just didn't really know what to do. And then I got told that the ad was with Miah Carter. Now, I actually didn't know who Miah Carter was, and I was just like, right, yeah, okay. And then I googled her, and she's got like 3.3 mil on TikTok, so she's a big deal. She's pretty, you know, she's pretty famous. And they want little old me to sit in a room with her and like do a masterclass with her. That was what they said. They did say they wanted me to do a masterclass, but up until this FaceTime meeting, I assumed that this masterclass was with like a bunch of other small creators. I had this thing in mind that Miah would almost be teaching this like lecture style almost in a room full of small creators, and I was just one of like 20. And then they were like, no, it's one-on-one with Miah Carter. It's going to be you and Miah in a room. And I was like, oh my goodness me, like what? So then I said yes, I said I'd go. Everything was sorted out, all the arrangements were sorted out, but I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of thought that I was gonna be kidnapped. There was something in my head that was like, why me? I live so far away. They're having to pay for all my travel and accommodation. Surely there's a smaller influencer in London somewhere that would be so much cheaper to get to set than me. And I think that was my main thing. I was like, why? So I actually messaged Miah on Instagram, and I was like, hey, like this is really random, but I've just been booked for the Voxi shoot, and you know, I'm really excited to meet you. And obviously it was a way of like introducing myself to her. But more than that, it was more of like, if she turned around and was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, then I'd be like, this is a scam. Because it was her verified account, it was definitely her. And I was like, right, this is my way of knowing, is this real, or am I going to go to London to die? That's a bit dramatic, but that was what was going through my head. Miah did not respond for the longest time. And I was like, ooh, like on the one hand, she's a big influencer, so she's not going to be checking her DMs and replying to all her DMs. Like, I get that. But also, ooh, a little bit scary. I remember my birthday meal with my best friend, and I was talking to her about it, and I ended up sharing my location on Snap Maps with her. I don't share my location with anyone on there, but I was like, look, I'm going to share my location with you because I might like get plucked off the planet. So just so you know. And so like I was genuinely like scared that this wasn't real still. Even after signing the contracts, even after doing everything, a part of me was like, you know what a part of me was thinking? This is how like out of it I was. I was like, what if I get there and it's like a like shoot? Like there was nothing in the contract that said that. But I was like, what if I get there and I'm being like sex trafficked? Like what if that's the deal here? Like I was thinking of everything, but what if it is a genuine opportunity? Okay, I'm gonna use this chartreuse. I love chartreuses, so this is gonna be fun. I pack up all my stuff. I have like one last meeting with the directors and the production managers and all that kind of stuff. and I'm on my way. I'm going and I'm going to be part of an advert. Now, as I was on the train to London, Miah responds and said, yep, can't wait to meet you. Like, this is all good. And I think it was only then that I kind of calmed down a little bit. It was only then that I thought, right, okay, the verified account of Miah Carter has responded and confirmed that this is an actual thing. So it must be real. Or someone has hacked into Miah's Instagram account. But I think that's a little bit far-fetched even for me. So, of course, the shoot was on the week of the London train strikes. Of course it was. Of course it was. That will be important later. However, I'm a little country bumpkin, okay? I'm a little country girly. I've been to London twice. Is it twice? No, 3 times. But, like, one of them was very, very fleeting. And then the other 2 were not in central London, I don't think. Or it wasn't, I don't know. The experience I had was very different from what I was imagining, okay? So the other 2 times, not the, like, fleeting time, that was someone else completely, but the other 2 times I was in London, we were, like, near Buckingham Palace, and we were near the West End, and we were, you know, in the I don't want to say nice parts of London, but I was expecting to get out of Euston Station and be met with, like, the palace and, you know, nice, like, oh, it's London. This is where all our taxis go. Like, everyone up north is absolutely forgotten about, but at least London's pretty, right? No! Oh my God. I was like, I got off this train and I was full of hope. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to see the sights. And then if you've ever got out of Euston Station, you will know that what I felt. It is a dump. Oh! I felt myself becoming a boomer a little bit because I was sat, like, the production company booked taxis, my trains, like, everything. So I was sat in this taxi. Bear in mind, I'd waited for about 40 minutes for this taxi to arrive because it was 40 minutes late because of the traffic in London because of the train strikes. I was sat in this taxi and I was like, this is, like, bad. This is so bad. And this is where all our taxis go. To where? There was graffiti everywhere. There was litter everywhere. Oh my gosh. Pick your litter up. I'm a big anti-litter girl. I don't like it. There were people just, like, walking through this, like, the actual streets, like the actual road. People just, like, walking around. It was a whole new world to me. And if you live in London, you're probably, like, laughing at this. Or if you live in any big city, you're probably like, oh my God, Caitlin, what a country naive bumpkin. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. And it makes me mad because my small town is so nice and cute. Yeah, my taxis straight to London. And it looks like that? Abysmal, unacceptable, sorry. So my little city girl dreams were a bit crushed there, but that's all right. It took almost an hour to get from London Euston to Camden Town, which should have been a 20-minute drive. It took over an hour, I think, to get there, which was a lot. The traffic, London traffic anyway, is not fun. But when there's a train strike, I actually wanted to die, especially after travelling like nearly 4 hours on a train, and then an hour in the taxi. I could have just walked it. Honestly, I should have just walked it. But you know what? I was there. I was in the big city. I had my little bags packed with, like, my outfit, and, you know, I was good to go. The hotel, it wasn't really a hotel. It was like a little apartment. It was so nice. It was so cute. I was a little bit worried, but you know what? It was absolutely lovely. And the production company had, like, bought and paid all of that for me. So that was so nice. It was quite small, but it was clean. It was tidy. It was, like, really modern. So, like, that's all you need, really, innit, for an overnight stay. You don't need the Ritz. You just need somewhere that's nice, secure, you feel safe, and all that kind of stuff. So that was fine. Okay, we need to do some shimmers. But the shimmers in this palette are Garbage. Garbage. I mean, to be fair, it's blended really nicely. Like, look at that. Look how cute that is. Maybe I'll go into another palette for shimmers. What do I do? I'm still sniffling. Oh, so bad. I'm so sorry. I might go in with this deep blue shimmer on the outer corner. This is a pretty impactful shade. And I'm gonna pop that like on the outer corner there. Maybe I'll use the glitter. I arrived at my apartment at like a ridiculous time, like stupid time. But I was there. I was safe. Everything was good. We were good to go. Then I saw that Miah had posted on her social media that she was going to be in this shoot in the morning, and it was a really exciting opportunity. So I was like, right, okay, it's definitely her. We're definitely good. I even at this point had some kind of weird doubt in my mind that this actually wasn't real. I think it was only when I was there that it actually wasn't even when I was there, because I remember having a thought when I walked into the room, which I will tell you about in a second. But like it really took me a while to actually be like, no, this is genuine. But I arrived, I was safe. The production manager told me to keep all the receipts for my tea. This is brilliant. However, I have a really bad issue with food, and my mum on the phone was like, oh my God, like go to a fancy restaurant and like order loads of fancy food. But my stomach was really off. I think because the reality had hit me of like what I was going to do in the morning. My stomach, no. I have really bad chronic nausea anyway. And so my stomach was not happy. So I treated myself to a Tesco meal deal that night. You know what? It was just what I wanted. Don't know what to do on the lids. I don't really want to use this glitter. Do I? Do I? It's kind of pretty though. Maybe I will. You know what? Why not? End glitter prejudice. That's what I say. I should have definitely put that dark blue all over the lid, but oh, too late now. Okay, this glitter. Let's go. Ooh, no, that's cute. Okay, you know what? No, that's nice. You know what? That's fun. And that's what this palette is all about. It's not a serious palette. Would I be recommending this to makeup artists? No. But it's fun. That's cute. Okay. I just needed a fun makeup day today, and that's what I'm getting. So I'm happy. That's sweet. It's got kind of like pinky bits in it. I like that. Right, I'm gonna go wet my beauty blender, then I'll come back, we'll do the base. Okie dokie, I'm back. So, let's do the base. I think I'm going to use my Catrice HD liquid coverage today because this is a little bit too dark for me. However, my skin seems to have gotten a bit darker over the past few weeks. I don't know why. I've not been tanning. I've not been going anywhere. So I want to see how dark this actually is for me now. This is a scientific experiment right now. I arrive in London. The production manager is literally checking up on me all the time. He was so nice. Like, that production manager needs a raise. Like, he was absolutely great. Amazing. Saying, yeah, are you checked in yet? Are you in London yet? Are you in the cab yet? Are you okay? Like, are we good? Yeah, everything's great. Thank you so much. So I had a bit of a chill night. I did a fancy face mask, as you do. And I fell asleep so quick that day. I was fast asleep by 10:30 because I think just travelling, I mean, it takes it out of you, doesn't it? Travelling, ugh, especially such a far distance. If this matches me, it just confirms that my skin has got so much darker. This was about 3 shades too dark for me in my initial first impressions of this. You know what? That seems to be a really good colour match. What is going on with my skin? There was a comment. Talk about scaring me, guys. There was a comment. I appreciate all your comments before I say this. Okay, and I appreciate you guys looking out for me. Someone said I might have jaundice. Oh no. I did make a joke about jaundice in a shorts video that I made a year ago. So maybe it's karma coming back to bite me in the ass. That's oh dear. Maybe I have jaundice. Guys, maybe I'm dying. Anyway. Day of the shoot arrives, and let me tell you, it does not go smoothly. Does not go smoothly. So I've been emailed my travel itinerary from the production manager, and as I said, he had booked everything. He had booked it all. It was all in his name. Nothing had come out of my bank account. He had just emailed me the times, the places, and was just like, be there. I was like, okay. So at 9:20, the Uber was meant to pick me up from my little apartment that I was staying at and take me to set. Brill. It was meant to be a 10-minute journey. So I was meant to get to set at 9:30, and that was my official call time. 9:30, gotta be there. I was like, yep, no worries, I'll do it. So I was waiting outside my apartment. I'd done my makeup. I'd like meticulously planned everything. I was stressing, being like, what if my makeup's not good enough? What if my hair isn't good enough? What if my outfit isn't good enough? Like, what? I was proper stressing. Uber did not arrive. On this day of all days, the Uber did not arrive. No, I think it was actually a taxi. This wasn't an Uber. This was just like a normal taxi. Didn't arrive. So I was stood there and I gave it like 10 minutes and it was 9:30 and my call time was 9:30 and I was still stood outside my apartment. So I texted the production manager. I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. You know what? It is a little bit dark. Which I think is quite a good thing. Look at that spot there. Ow. No, that's quite a good thing because it means that I'm not as tanned as I thought I was, which normally is a bad thing. But for today's instance, we're okay. Okay, we're okay. I will lighten it up a teeny bit, I think. So yeah, I was like, hey, taxi's near. So there was a big panic. I managed to get another taxi, but I was like 30 to 40 minutes late to set. I know, I hate being late so much. I hate being late. There is nothing I hate worse than being late. And I was 40 minutes late to set. Like, today of all days, I need to make a good first impression. There was going to be Miah there. Miah's manager was going to be there. The director was there. Like, literally everyone was there. And I was like, tee. Hi, I'm like 40 minutes late. Like, ah! Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. Another reason why I thought I was being kidnapped, right? So, the production manager had sent me the location of the set, and it was just some random, like, house. I thought it was going to be, like, at a Voxi mobile place. It was just some random house on a random street. And I was like, whose house is that? Like, what is going on? But apparently it was a house that people rent out to film crews. And apparently Maybelline have shot there before, and like it's an actual house that people use for filming. So you know what? That's okay. I'll give them a pass. Oh, I'm running out of concealers. I've only got 50. No, I'm joking. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. I'm going to scrape what is left of my Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. This is on bare bones right now, but I need to use it because this is the most pale concealer that I own, and I'm a little bit dark right now, so I need to counter that out. Glitter in my eyebrow. Oh no. There we go. Okay, so I arrive on set. Now, something happened that I don't know if I should say. First of all, everyone was so nice. Sometimes you can get like cattiness. Like, I've been in the theatre industry and like that cattiness is something that I was expecting. But everyone, like Miah was gorgeous, like inside and out, gorgeous human being. Her manager, beautiful, gave me so many great tips. Everyone was great. But you know how I said that part of me thought it might be like a corn shoot? There was someone on set, I won't say who was the spitting image of a infamous OF model. And I looked at her and I went, oh my God, that's this infamous corn model. And I watch a lot of like commentary. I watch a lot of like internet drama videos just to like chill out and just to end my day if I'm doing editing or something. So I know about this woman. And I was like, oh my God, it's what I have been dreading. Like, she's going to tell me to whip my top off. Like, oh my God, this is my worst nightmare. But it wasn't. Everyone's fine. It was fine. But I thought that was just so funny. Like, my first impression was that this woman was there. But no, I have not in fact met an infamous OF model. Don't worry about it. So Miah, she like gave me a hug like straight off the gate, and I was like, oh my god, I just don't know what to do. Like I didn't know what to do. Everyone seemed to be like in a pair almost. So Miah was with her manager. There was 2 people from Voxi Mobile there like tapping away at computers, and all the production crew were like whizzing round, and I was like sat there on the sofa, and I was just like, what do I do? Don't make eye contact with anyone. Like, don't breathe. Like, don't do anything. Just stay silent. Like, what am I gonna do? Miah and her manager were like talking about like businessy things, right? And I was like, oh my god, this is a foreign language to me. I actually didn't realize what social media managers did. Like, I knew what they did, obviously, but like, girl, she's like a full-on like girl boss CEO, like, oh my god, like so much respect to Miah's manager and to Miah, obviously, but like I kind of picked up on little bits of conversation, and like I was like, oh my god, like this woman is like, she's like, Miah, why haven't you posted? Like, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? I was like, I need that. I am seriously like rationing that this is not going to be around for maybe even a day. I think this might be my last use because I'm trying. So I was kind of sat there for a little bit. They were all talking like businessy stuff, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. But then Miah and her manager started talking to me, and they were like, oh, so like how many followers do you have? And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I know I shouldn't say this. I was a little bit like, because like Miah has like 3.3 million, and I was like, oh, I've got like 7,000 on YouTube, and I was fully expecting, I know I shouldn't have been expecting this, but like I was fully expecting them to be like, is that it? Like, oh my god, is that it? But they were so kind. They were like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, you've done so well. YouTube's so hard to grow on. And, you know, to get that, it's really, really well done to you. And they said, like, how often do you post? And I said, every day for 2 years. And they were like, wow, like, that's so much dedication. Like, they were so kind and lovely. And, like, I was not embarrassed. Not at all. I'm never embarrassed of my channel and you guys. But, like, in comparison to, you know, it was a little bit daunting to say everything and to kind of be like, no, I'm, like, teeny tiny here on YouTube. And they were so kind and lovely, and they were just the absolute best. They made me feel so at home, and they made me feel equal, which is what I was kind of worried about. I was worried about feeling like the little one. You know, Miah's the big one, and then there's Caitlin. You know, she's there. But no, I was so welcomed, and I don't know why I was expecting not to be. I think that's just like a self-confidence thing. It was nothing, like no reflection on them. It was just like me being like, I'm not worthy to be here. But I just felt so comfortable with everyone straight away. And I was really, really excited about it after that. Like, after that, I was like, oh my god, this is so fun. And even though I was late, everyone was like, chill out. Do you want breakfast? Do you want a sandwich? Do you want a coffee? Like, what do you want? Like, it was just so nice and lovely. And yeah, it was just brilliant. So I then had a little bit of a briefing with the director, and this was the first time that I actually, like, knew what we were doing. I still didn't know what was going on when I arrived. They were being very, very cryptic. They had told me that they were not going to give me the script beforehand because they wanted all my answers to be really genuine, and I knew that it was going to be kind of like a masterclass. But that's kind of all I knew. I haven't used this powder in a while. This is the Art Value powder. It's a pressed one. It's just in the shade Transparent. It's the Little Bear Rider Soft Focus Powder. Oh my god, okay, these names are absolutely wild. I've been really into setting my under eyes with a pressed powder recently. It's been a new little thing I've been trying. So let's try this one. I don't think I've tried this one under my eyes yet. I've set my face with it, but I've not set under my eyes with it, so we'll see. So this was the part where basically the director was like, so this is what's going to happen. Miah's basically going to give her top tips to become an influencer, and then you're going to make this like little TikTok together, and you're going to do basically follow Miah's lip tutorial, and you're just gonna, yeah, have a great time. And he assured me that, you know, we can go multiple times, they can do multiple takes, there is like nothing wrong with doing multiple takes, and to just chill out, enjoy the moment, and do it. So I got mic'd up, we were ready to go, and yeah, we did the shoot. There's not really much to say about the actual shoot itself. It was so much fun. There was so much cut out of the original ad, like, that we filmed, and when the ad went live, I was kind of like shocked because we were there all day for a minute of footage. It was absolutely crazy, and so much was cut out. I had like this little moment in the original where I was talking about my channel and my viewers, and, you know, playing with colourful makeup and things like that, and that didn't make the cut, which is sad, but like I understand why. Even though I wasn't given the script because they wanted it to be quite genuine, I was still given lines basically to say. So like it wasn't fully genuine. It was kind of more like, say this, but like in your own words. You know, I still like really enjoyed it, and like I still think I came across as like me, but it was very like one of the lines was like, I've been following your videos for so long. I'd literally like just discovered her that week. Like, you know, but like for the vision of the video, like whatever, it's fine. I don't think I'm gonna get cancelled for that. I don't think, anyway. I think I'm going to use my Fenty Caramel Cutie bronzer. I've not used this in a really long time, and it's quite warm tone, so I think it'll pull in those greens and that chartreuse that I use quite well. I don't know, and maybe contrast that blue. I am noticing that blue glitter on this side is creasing quite a lot. I'm just going to try and put a little bit more on and hope that I just don't get any fallout. We'll see how badly that creases throughout the video. Okay, so shoot goes so well. We were there for so long, and as I said, to like see it all compact into a minute is kind of crazy. They shot it on an iPhone because they wanted it to be quite genuine. I would definitely recommend going to see the ad. It is on my Instagram and my TikTok, so definitely go and check that out because it would mean the world. It would support the channel so much, leaving a nice comment on it. And it was just the wildest experience. I was actually travelling back that night. It was all kind of go. But let's talk about lunch. So obviously you can't really network when you're in the middle of a shoot, but I thought, you know what? I'm here in London with Miah Carter and Miah's manager and like a director and a producer and all these people. I'm going to try and like network as much as I can. So I was talking to Miah's manager. She is one of the most lovely people ever. Like, I was nervous to meet Miah, but I think I was more nervous to meet her manager because she is, like, the big one. You know, Miah is the big one, but her manager is, like, you know, and I was really, really worried to meet her. She, one of the most loveliest people I've ever met. And, like, I've obviously only had a day with her, but she never, ever made me feel less than. She never, ever made me feel silly. Because sometimes I hate to admit this, like I do feel a bit silly. Like I'm still here, I've uploaded every single day for 2 years and I've not hit 10k yet. Like I sometimes do, and that's my own self-doubt. But she never once made me feel silly. She never once made me feel like I wasn't doing it right. I had that kind of fear about managers that they'd be like, no, you're doing it wrong, like you're not doing it right. But she just gave me some like the right insights to keep going and to keep growing and to just give me a little bit of a nudge in the right direction. So she said that I needed to get on TikTok. I know! I've kind of known that for a while, and I don't really like TikTok, but you know what? She gave me that little push, and literally that night as I got home, I filmed my first TikTok, and I've now got over like 1,200 followers on TikTok now, which is amazing. Like, who knew that you could grow so quick on TikTok? I've been doing this for, what, like 4 years? And in a month, I've got 1,200 followers on TikTok. Like, what? But definitely go and follow my TikTok if you're into that. I know some people aren't into TikTok and that's absolutely fine, but I am posting a lot of short form, like original content over on TikTok. And I don't know if this was just Miah being nice, But she did say that if I hit 50k on TikTok, that she would speak to her manager and see if I could get signed, which honestly would be the dream of my life. So that is my goal. I'm uploading every single day on TikTok, and I am really trying to push that, because that would just be absolutely crazy to hit 50,000 followers and to be signed with Miah's manager and to just grow this, and like, oh my god, that would just be a dream come true. So if you could, you know, just even if you don't use TikTok, just give me a follow. Like, just give me a follow and then close the app. Like, it would just mean the absolute world to me, because that is what I'm working towards. Obviously, my YouTube is my baby. YouTube will always be my baby and my like firstborn child. And I'm not planning on stopping uploading on YouTube at all. I just love it so much. But TikTok is definitely where the growth is at. So I'm just doing extra content for you guys. You know what? I've been having quite a good time on TikTok. I hate to say it. Oh my god, who am I? I'm a betrayer. I'm sorry. But I've been having an alright time. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I've not given into the scrolling yet. That's something I'm really worried about. Like, I open my TikTok and before the first one's even loaded, I just go onto my analytics and I go onto my profile. I'm too scared to scroll on TikTok. I can't do it. Okay, blush. I might do MAC Peaches. This is such a classic. I actually decluttered this quite a while ago to pay for Stan's medical bills, but no one ended up buying it. So, Stan, sorry mate. But I now obviously have it back in my collection and I'm gonna use it. Is this the most overrated blush in the world? Yes. Yep. Sorry. It is. I do look very yellow today. Maybe I do have jaundice. I look so yellow. I hope I don't. That wouldn't be a fun way to go into the last quarter of 2025. I've got things to do. I've got another like massive, you know, career move coming soon. So yeah, we spent lunch like chatting and networking, and again, I felt so welcome and so like loved, and so, you know, I had this expectation in my head, and again, it's my own self-doubt that I was just going to be like laughed at a little bit, but no, not once did anyone make me feel less than, or, you know, oh, why is she here? She's only got so many followers. Like, it was not like that whatsoever. Like, I just felt so welcomed, and I'm so grateful for everyone there that happened. So the shoot ran over a little bit, and the runner at the shoot had to stall my Uber. She was like outside and she was like, she's coming now, just wait there, we're just getting the last few shots, just wait there. So I literally got offset straight into the cab. Everyone gave me an applause on my rap, which was like, what? It was so I was just so happy. And I got in the Uber, got to the station, got home, slept for a long time, and yeah, that was the day. It was so amazing, and I'm so blessed. And again, every single time I have one of these experiences, I have to thank you guys who watch this channel and who support this channel and who subscribe and like and comment and hype and follow me on my other social medias, because without you guys, this would not happen at all. I wouldn't get these opportunities, and I kind of pinch myself that even at less than 7k subscribers, here I am, like, doing these amazing things, and I'm just so blessed and so lucky. And I always want to tell you guys, how special you are to me and like what you mean to me, because like, this is insane. This is craziness. So then it was the wait for the ad to come out, and I had actually put it in my contract, right? So I got the contract for this whole shoot from the media company, and it actually didn't say in the contract that I would get tagged in any of the content. So I sent that thing straight back and I was like, I'm getting tagged in everything. So they had to add that into the contract. I felt like a right little like, no. But you got to fight for yourself. I don't have a manager, okay? I got to fight for me. And so now it is in the contract that I will be tagged in absolutely everything. But before I talk about that, let's use our highlighter. This is the NYX Buttermelt Highlight. I did pull this in my everyday makeup drawer, and that everyday makeup drawer Get Ready With Me is coming soon. I have a whole thought about that, but this is not said video. After I do an everyday makeup drawer, normally the next Get Ready With Me is like using all those products, but you can kind of tell. If you watched the Shop My Stash, these are not the products that I pulled. I just wanted to have a little bit of a fun day today. I wanted to use whatever I wanted to use, be a little rebel. So this is in the shade Bright and Butter. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I know some of these shades do have glitter in them. They're like more glitter toppers. The shade Bright and Butter is quite a smooth shade, so just be careful. I always want to say that when I use these things, because I don't want to recommend you something and then you get it and it's like just glitter, you know? So just be careful. So the weight was awful. The weight was so bad because like I told my mum and I told some of my co-workers and like I told like some of the kids that I work with that I've been in like an advert, but like I couldn't say who it was for. I couldn't say who it was with. I couldn't say anything. I could just say that I'd gone to London and been in an advert. And so everyone was like, what is it? Like, let us know. Every single time I went to work, they were like, is it out yet? Is it out yet? Like, where is it? Where is it? And so finally it went live and I like ran into my mum. I was like, Mum, it's live. I text my work group chat. I like put it in the work group chat. I'm always so scared of seeing myself when other people have had creative control. I've learned recently that I'm an extreme control freak, and I didn't realise that before at all. I would have said a few months ago that I was pretty chill. No, I've learned that I need to be in control of every situation. You hear all these horror stories, don't you, of celebrities, and they're like, well, no, they twisted the narrative. Like, I didn't actually say that. And I don't know what I could have said on set that would have been like edited poorly, but I think that was one of my fears, that maybe something would have been edited poorly and I would have seemed like this horrible person, or maybe I hated how I looked in the ad. I do have quite bad body confidence issues and self-worth issues, so maybe they'd have got me like chewing my lip or something, or maybe they'd have got me like, maybe my hair was all over the place, or maybe like, you know, maybe something would have happened in the ad that I would have hated, or my voice, maybe my voice was horrible in some, like, all of these self-hatred things were going around in my head. But you know what? I love that advert. I think I look great in that advert. I think Miah looks great in that advert. I think everything in that advert is so good. And I'm so happy, almost from like a self-acceptance standpoint, to say that. Like, that's me in that ad. And I love it so much. And that is so special to me to say, because I don't say that often. There are very few pictures of me where I'm like, oh yeah, that's me, and I'm proud of that, and I look smoking. And that's one of them. Like, that ad, that whole ad to me is like, wow, I look like that and I can do that, and like, look at me go, you know? So you bet that ad was shared everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Like WhatsApp stories. I've never made a WhatsApp story before. Guess what was on my WhatsApp stories? Like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, Snapchat, like everything. It was shared to everything because I'm so proud of that. And I just, yeah, I just have this overwhelming pride in myself. And I don't say that often at all. And I'm so happy to be able to say that because, yeah, I was so worried about this whole thing, and it's here and it's live and you guys can see it, and like, wow, you know, wow. What I loved, right, in the comments of that video, because it went live on Miah's social medias and then I was like tagged in as a collaborator on the thing. So it came up on my feed, but it's on Miah's account. So many people that I know from my comment sections commented on that. And the Pastel Roses commented on that. And I know that that was from me because I actually spoke to Miah about the Pastel Roses and she didn't know who they were. And I was wearing a Pastel Roses shimmer on my eye. And Miah was like, oh my God, what's on your eyes? And I said, oh, it's the Pastel Roses. Code Caitlin 20 for 20% off. To see my community and like my brands, you know, they're not my brands at all, are they? But like, you know, the Pastel Roses and some like familiar names and faces from my channel and my videos to comment on that was just so wonderful and magical. It was like, I had you guys, like we were in it together, like we supported each other, and it was just such a magical experience from start to finish. And I'm just so grateful, like so grateful. Shut up, Caitlin. Shut up. We're going to go back in with the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go in the same blend that we did 1, 2, 3 on the lower lash line. I'm not going to do anything crazy. But yeah, I've been in an advert. Now, for the even crazier part. This is so funny. The amount of people who have messaged me since the ad went live that hate my guts. Or that I hate their guts. But they've been like, oh my God, hey girly, saw your advert, well done. And I'm like, shut up, go away. One of them is an ex of mine. He saw the advert, okay? He saw the advert, it was so funny. This was actually this morning as I'm filming this. He messaged me. I need to get the actual words because I need to make sure that this is accurate for you guys, okay? This is vital information. I don't want to get it wrong. So he put, hey you, with 3 kisses. The audacity of this man. 3 kisses? We did not end on good terms, just so you know. 3 kisses. Hey you. 3 kisses. I do it for the plot. You know, I'm a sucker for the plot. I will ruin my life for the plot, just so I have a story to talk about and tell my friends about. So I replied, no kisses, don't worry. I put, hiya, you alright? Very to the point. You know, I know him well enough right now. Okay, I knew what he wanted. But you okay? He put, yeah. Are you now that you're famous, lol? He's so funny. He's so funny, guys. He's so funny. I put, yeah, booked and busy. In London again next month for an even bigger project. Just to, you know, stick the knife in a little bit. You know, well done me. But also, you know, I had to. People say that I'm a little bit bitter and it's like not attractive. That's what I got from one of my exes once. Different ex. Just as much of an arsehole. Actually, even more of an arsehole. This one. Not this one. The other one. I got told that being mad was not attractive on me. Sorry, what? He put, legend you, with a kiss. And then he double texted, big crime. This was the best one. We should catch up when you're having a day of not being famous. Should we now? Should we now? Should we now? I put, and he hasn't seen this yet. This is a very, very funny message from me. Well done, me. I put, want me back now I'm famous, do you? Funny how many people have messaged since the ad went live. And he's not seen that yet. So. But no, a lot of people have messaged me and I hate their guts. And they've been like, oh my God, I knew you could do it, Caitlin. I knew you could do it. Not what you were saying when you were bullying me, but that's okay. Maybe I'm bitter. Am I the problem? No. No, I've concluded, after years of wondering this question, I'm not the problem. Can I be catty and a little bit bitter and a little bit, not rude, but a little bit standoffish without being an absolute piece of poo? Yes. And that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying myself. Okay. Eyes done. We love. Cute, cute, cute. This ex, by the way, that I was just talking about, I don't think I've really talked about him on my channel. So I know what you're like. Before you're like, is it this ex? Is it that ex? Is it the other ex? No, I don't think I've spoken about him. I know you guys. You little conspiracy theorists. I might do a story time on this guy because honestly, like that relationship was really wild. In like a funny way. Now I look back on it, it's not really a traumatic story. I think it's funny though. Right, I'm going to use my favourite eyeliner ever. This is from Essence. It's like £3. Everyone needs this in their life. This is the Essence Duochrome Eye Pencil. It's from the Superman collection. It's called 01 Falling For You. It's a duochrome eyeliner, which is absolutely amazing for like buttons. This is so good, and it will go with the blues. So I'm gonna do it. You know what? I've only filmed this one video so far today, and I can feel my voice going. I hope you can't hear it, but I've scheduled to film 3 videos today. Whoa! I might use Lumi from my Pan That palette. Just on my inner corner. So yeah, if you would like to see more TikTok content, and if you have some like ideas for TikTok content, let a girl know. I'm still doing this, my great glitter gamble, where I blindfold myself and I pick out a random glitter and make a look around it. You guys seem to really love that series, so I'm definitely gonna have to do, I might film the next one tomorrow. I have a packed filming day today, so I probably won't be able to film it today. Since adding TikTok to the mix, like I thought I was busy anyway, but your girl's busy now. Like, I'm busy. But you know what? I love it. I do. I've not loved it while I've been really ill, because I had a day yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna be so productive today, and I did nothing. I did 1 thumbnail yesterday. Oops. But right now it is 9:30 and I've nearly finished my first video. So we're back on track, baby. We're back on track. Right, lips. I don't know what I want. Let me have a rummage through my lip drawers, and I will get back to you in a second. I think I got a good lip combo. I'm going to use my Beauty Bay Coconut and Vanilla Lip Balm. This is an absolute favourite, but I haven't really used it in quite a while. So I just want to, you know, reminisce on the good old days, use this, and have a good time. I'm going to line with MUA Sincere. Brilliant lip liner. And then the Beauty Bay one is almost like My Lips, but better. Look how much I've used of this. That's crazy. I'm gonna pop that on. This seems to be a little bit more pink than I remember it being. I don't remember it being this pink, but it's still nice. And then for gloss, I do have a more browny gloss, so maybe it'll kind of brown it up a little bit. This is from Profusion. It's the Juicy Lip Tint Nourishing Lip Oil. Why not? It's got definitely more of a browniness, so maybe this will work. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over that. Oh, that adds no colour at all. Okay. See, I don't think that goes. That's too warm. Okay, how about this? I just whacked on the Essence Hydrating Nude in 301. That seems a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah? I don't know. I've got a message for Disney Plus, right? If you advertise your new show on every single video that I watch, it's going to do the opposite. I don't want to watch that show. That new Chad thing that's been going, oh my god, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Like, can you stop? I'm just trying to enjoy the new Taylor Swift album. I know, I'm that girl. I just want to enjoy the new Taylor Swift album without, you're falling for the coach's daughter? Like, if you got that advert in this video, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It drives me insane. It's after every single song, and the advert is like a minute long. The song is only 3 minutes. So like, Disney, stop. Like, stop it, because you're driving me insane. Anyway, I just had to get that off my chest because like, I was putting my lashes on and I was like, so I hope my voice wasn't too bad today. I'm getting serious creasing on this glitter. I did just tap it out again before I came back on camera, but yeah, serious creasage going on. So God help me later today. Considering that the foundation was like really dark for me a few months ago, it's pretty damn good on me now. Is it a little bit dark? Yes, but it's a lot better than my usual foundations. So I think I'm just turning good and goddess. I'm betraying my Irish roots. What can I say? Yeah, this was the advert. The highlight of my career so far. I have another massive thing coming in November. My show that I've choreographed is going to be on the West End, in the biggest theatre in the UK, where Phantom of the Opera is currently showing and has been for 30 plus years. Yeah, no biggie. End of 2025. Like, 2025 has been dire. Like, not dire, it's just been boring. Like, 2025 for me has been such a drag up until the last few months. And now everything's happening. So, you know what? Can't complain too much. I hope you're having a good year. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good week, a good month, a good everything. Thank you so much for everything. And it truly does mean the world to me. And you guys are the ones that get me here. So big love for you. I love you so much. Have a great day. Like and subscribe because there's going to be some more really, really fun things coming really, really soon. Hype the video. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, and all that kind of stuff. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.